welcome to another video of Annika from Event Partners, and I hope you're all keeping well. And today I'd like to remember a really fond memory of mine and our company's, and that is when we bring groups to the Europe Hotel in Killarney. And when you've spent a few days in Dublin with the hustle and bustle and the city sights, and you arrive in Killarney comfortably, possibly by train or by coach, you will just instantly feel this calm and comfort, and the beauty of the nature around you is insane. So you get into the hotel and it's just that fantastic mix of really modern but also traditional, and it's right by the lower lake in Killarney, and you look out over the stunning lake and you can relax in the beautiful lobby area. You can have a drink outside in the garden or by the boathouse. It's just right by the lake, and the rooms are just so comfortable. And in the morning then, when you get your breakfast, you would get this array of breads and cheeses and fish and a traditional Irish breakfast. It really is one of a kind. And one of my really favourite things in the Europe Hotel is their Guinness and walnut brown bread. It's quite sweet bread. It's like a brown Irish traditional bread. But if you put a bit of smoked salmon on it, or some smoked cheeses that they'll also be on offer, it is just so delicious. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you how to make this Guinness and walnut brown bread. Admittedly, I'm not going to put the walnuts in because we have a bit of a nut allergy in the house, so I won't do it, but it is definitely an option and it goes with the original recipe. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. And the best thing about this brown bread is that it's so easy to make, and you will be so surprised that you can do this in a really short space of time. So I'm going to just start right away. So in this bowl here, I've already put in 625 grams of wholemeal flour and 310 grams of plain flour. That's all I've done, and I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients in. It's one of these things that everything goes in one bowl and then they just go into these loaf tins. What I've also done is I have preheated the oven to 150 degrees, so quite a low heat. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the breads in the oven for 45 minutes at a lower heat, and the last 25 minutes at slightly higher, 180 degrees, okay? But I'm going to just start showing you that. So in this bowl we have the flour, and we're going to add 125 grams of Irish oats. So I'm going to put these in here. So all dry ingredients together. I'll give it a little stir. We're going to add 75 grams of caster sugar, also in here, just like this. And we're going to add 20 grams of baking soda in here as well. And we're going to add 15 grams of salt. And that's all my dry ingredients in here now. I'm just going to give it a good stir. And so we're going to just make a little well in the middle of all this dry ingredients here. And then it's going to come to the fun bit. So we're going to add 75 grams of melted butter in here. Good Irish Kerrygold, of course. And then we're going to add a really dark treacle. So this is a really dark brown syrup, and it's very sticky. So we're going to add 220 grams of this, and it is really sticky, so take your time with this. It tends to stick. And this is what gives the bread that really dark kind of look as well. So as you can see, the bread will be quite sweet, but it is what we add to it in the end that will make it that really great combination of sweet and savoury. And then we're adding our golden syrup, slightly less, so 110 grams of this, so half of the amount. There we go. Now, and then we're going to add our milk. Actually, I will take the milk, 750 grams of milk. Okay, and then to the fun bit. So we're going to add 200 milliliters of a can of Guinness. And again, this is what gives it that dark kind of look and that mysterious flavour that we're all looking for. So I'm using a can of draft Guinness, but also if you don't have draft in your various countries, you can just add a bottle or the ordinary cans. But as you can hear, we've got the widget in here. So it's a patent by Guinness. It costs them 52 million euro. And what it does is it's filled with liquid nitrogen and a small bit of Guinness. And this little bubble will make sure that when you open the can, you hear this, you'll hear it now in a minute, and that makes sure that what you get eventually in a glass or in a bowl is the proper draft Guinness. So it's a bit like a recreation of what you get when you order a Guinness on tap, okay? So it's a really great invention by Guinness. So you'll hear this, and we'll pour about half this can in, so 200 mils. About this much, perfect. And then we're going to stir all this around. So I have to be very careful with this mixture. Now this is how easy it is. So you literally just put everything into the one bowl. I love these kind of breads or cakes or dishes that are just like one of those one pot dishes. Really, really easy. Now, this is so easy. So literally everything is in, and you'll have like a porridge-like consistency of this kind of bread dough. So, and as I said, I turned my oven on to 150 degrees, and now I've got this beautiful porridge-like mixture here. Now, that's it. That's how easy it is. And literally I'm just putting them into 3 loaf tins. This mixture that I showed you just now, that will make 2 smaller loaves and 1 slightly bigger. So it makes 2 to 3 loaves, depending on how big your loaf tins are. Now, so just spread them out a little bit. And then I'm going to put them into my oven for 45 minutes at a lower heat, and then at a higher heat, 180 degrees, for another 25 minutes. And then I will see you back afterwards to sample these firm breads. Now, and what I do is I sprinkle a little bit of oats on them, just dry oats. And it gives it a really nice look afterwards when you take them out. It makes them look really, really lovely. And as I said, you can add chopped walnuts with all the dry ingredients before you put in your Guinness and your milk and your butter and your syrups. You can just put in roughly chopped walnuts. Well, it's really tasty. That's the original recipe. Now, okay, so this is what they look like now. Like so. And I'm going to put them into the oven right away. Okay, I'll see you back in a few minutes. Okay, and that's us back again. And these are the breads after they come out of the oven. So they look really, really nice. I just cut one open here like this, and it's a really nice consistency. So what you could do if you're unsure about the cooking time in the oven, you could just like take one of the breads out and give it a little knock and see if it sounds hollow, and that means that the bread is ready. Because it is obviously quite dense with all the ingredients that are in it, with the Guinness and the milk and the syrup, so you want it to be really light and fluffy. So this turned out really well. So that's great, and it was so easy, as you could see in the video. So now I'm going to enjoy this with a bit of smoked cheddar cheese from Ireland, and also this one here, I'm going to put some smoked salmon on it later on. So I hope you enjoyed the recipe, and I wish you the very best of luck. And I also want to give a big shout out to all of our amazing industry colleagues and friends in Killarney. And you make all of our guests feel so special and so warm and welcome, so we're really thankful for that. Bye!